Hello, I'm Mark Johnston. Hopefully you know that by now. This is the third video now on this channel, and it is the channel name, so hopefully you know that by now. But if you didn't, I am Mark Johnston. Welcome back to this video. This one's going to be a lot shorter than the previous two. I know the last one was a bit of a long haul. I think it was about 20 minutes in the end, and then the one before that was about 14 minutes or something like that. This one's going to be a lot shorter, so hopefully you can stick it through all the way, but hopefully you enjoy. So the topic of today's video is, what is a defendable score in the IPL? So I was going to film this one today, and by today this should be going out the same day that it's filmed. As of today, the IPL match today between Mumbai Indians and Sunrisers Hyderabad happened today, and Mumbai scored 240 odd, and Sunrisers chased it down with 8 balls to spare. That's 240, which, bear in mind, put that into the maths. T20, that's 120 balls. 240 off 120 balls. That's 12 and over. To do that consistently over 20 overs is crazy, and to chase it down is even crazier. But we've seen it so many times in this year's IPL. We've seen a 260 get chased down. Punjab Kings, most recently, I think it was on Saturday, they achieved the highest ever run chase, highest ever successful completed run chase in an IPL, breaking their own record, where they beat Delhi Capitals on Saturday. What was it, 264 Delhi made, with KL Rahul playing an outstanding innings, by the way. But unfortunately, he's on the losing side. I don't know who scores 150 and is on the losing side in a T20 game, but somehow that's happened. And then not long ago, I think it was that same day, Rajasthan played Sunrisers Hyderabad, who did the bits today, but Sunrisers that game chased about 230 down. And then Rajasthan the other day scored, they beat Punjab Kings by chasing 230. It's just ridiculous. It's so consistently. Sorry, that was really bad English that time. But we're consistently seeing scores like 230, 220, 230, 240, and even 260 get chased down. So what is a defendable score in this year's IPL? I think first of all we need to go into why this is happening. Like, how is it so consistent that these teams are scoring so many runs? And I think first of all, look at the power play. I mean, it's labelled the power play because that's when teams are expected to go hard, as well as the last 5 overs or so. But the power play, so often are we seeing scores of 70 or 80 plus in the power play alone. And the thing is, gone are the days where teams consolidate a little bit, and not in the IPL anyways, because teams just keep going, especially with the impact sub rule, where, say, if you lose enough wickets, you can sub in another batter. You can take one of your bowlers out of the attack, and out of the team rather, and sub a batter in, and then they might be able to power you an extra 40 runs or so. I think it's only making it harder for bowlers, that rule and everything else involved with the IPL. For example, the pitches are very flat. That's to be expected. It's a tournament that's made for entertainment after all. And I think, well, if you ask someone about what they want to see in T20 cricket, more often than not, they're going to say big hitting, 6s, 4s, the lot, and big scores. Which it's a shame. It's a real kick in the teeth for bowlers, because it really isn't a bowler's tournament. But whenever you've seen a bowler do really well in the IPL, it's been a standout performance. I think that's probably why they've got an award for dot balls. There's like a dot balls where they have like a tree coming up. I can't remember what the exact sponsor is, but it's basically like however many dot balls you bowl, there's a certain amount of trees planted or something like that. Yeah, it's rewards going around for something like that. Shows you how tough it is to bowl, let alone one dot ball in the IPL. And that's very evident based on the scoring that's happening. And it's just ridiculous. I mean, I personally don't believe it's a fair contest between bat and ball most of the time, because bowlers are bowling decent lengths. They're bowling really nicely, I believe, and they're getting sent out of the park because the boundaries are tiny. I think the key culprits for it are players like Abhishek Sharma, Vaibhav Suryavanshi, the 15-year-old who's scoring bucket loads of runs. Travis Head did really well today. Heinrich Klaasen for Sunrisers Hyderabad. Yashasvi Jaiswal, Vaibhav's partner at Rajasthan Royals. There's so many to list. But all of these players come in and just bomb it from ball one, and it's ridiculous. It's not really a fair contest between bat and ball. It's why I think there needs to be a little bit of a change in the IPL, because it's not a realistic representation of what T20 cricket is. You look to other tournaments, you never see scores that consistently high. I think it's something that needs to get looked at by the BCCI if T20 cricket is going to evolve. But at the same time, on the flip side of that, you look at the T20 World Cup final that was in India. India scored 250 and New Zealand were never really in the chase. So you can sort of see how it's impacting Indian cricket, but at the same time, it's sort of taking bowling out of the game. No, it's not taking bowling out of the T20 game, but it's making bowling a lot harder, which means a good bowling performance is a really good bowling performance. So in a way, the skills are very different. It's sort of flipped on its head a little bit, where bowling is much harder than batting, whereas I think most formats it's probably the other way around. But if you have any thoughts on that, please leave a comment. I love the participation that goes on this channel, so yeah, please let me know what you think. So thank you for watching this video. I know it's much more brief than previous videos. It's a lot shorter. Reason being, I think I want to make it sort of easier to take in. Also, I think it's, being as my last two videos were about Test cricket specifically, I think it's about time I brought the shorter format into this. So sort of in IPL style, the way they've been playing has been fast, quick and full of action. I sort of try and bring that into this video about the IPL. It was definitely fast. Hopefully it was quick and, well, it's not really full of action, it's just me talking. But regardless, thank you for watching. If you have any comments or any ideas for future videos, please leave a comment, or any thoughts about what I've said. Any feedback is much appreciated. Thanks for watching and see you next week.